This is Sister Wives Tell All Part 2 and the end of the season.
Or Downtown Cody Brown.
I don't feel well. John had a full day instructor training.
Being awesome.
And I don't know what we're going to do.
Tests.
Because I don't know what we're going to do because no one wants to watch any of our other recaps.
So I know I am kind of hard on the Pligs because they make bad decisions and are overall not great people.
But
I just want to let you know I'm right about all of this. Everybody does hate Mary and doesn't trust her at all.
And when you mean by everyone, you mean her family.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. I mean, so we pick up right where we left off, which is him saying that they thought she was going to leave. She was going to buy this B&B and leave. And
she's like, even though I told you guys over
and over. So they might as well, what they should have said was, we thought you were lying. Which is at least would be honest. Because they did. They thought she was lying.
But
we all saw it.
Over they kept saying, no, we believe you, we believe you. And then behind her back, clearly they were all like, she's going to leave.
And
would have been the smart decision.
And here's the thing, though, is let's say she was... It just kind of seems like it's real manipulation. I mean,
as long as you're in it, you're in it. Once you make the decision, on either side.
And then they go over this conversation again with Christine saying that basically everything that's wrong with the family is Mary's fault.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I just couldn't watch it again because it's so painful. And then Robin's like, well, I just want to explain to everyone. And we're like, yes, we know. We've watched you for 19,000 seasons lecture us about how great polygamy is, even though your whole family is having some serious problems. Like they're not... Christine is having a full-blown meltdown every week, and she's making it about Mary, but I really don't think it has anything to do with Mary at all. I think she knows... Mary was on a top. If you go back and you watch the first season, Mary's the one who brought Robin in, and I think Mary was like, finally, I'm going to get the friend that I want. And she gets in someone who's like a decade younger and all that.
For as much fun as she's having, she might as well have got a shotgun and blow her left foot off.
But what happened is over time, and I think it all happened, so what happened was Mary wanted another baby and was willing to try, and they weren't sure, and she decided that she wanted to try in vitro. And she went to Cody, and Cody said...
Shot that down hard.
It didn't get that far. Cody goes, I've thought about it and decided I don't want any more children. And then went and had like 2 more with Robin. And I think that's when the apple cart really flipped.
Hey, let's look at the obvious now, but nobody does, because...
What's the obvious? Oh, you think that...
Time for Mary to go.
Well, you make it sound like she's a horse being put out to pasture, but I feel like...
That's a very good way to describe it.
No, but there's nothing wrong with her. I mean, it's not inherently...
I'm not saying there is. Other than like, hey, nobody trusts you, nobody likes you.
But that's not her fault.
Get a clue, move on.
Okay, so I get the whole catfish thing was wrong. I mean, if you made a commitment to someone and you break that commitment... Now, I think a lot of people that are monogamous feel like the inherent system is unfair to her as a multiple wife.
Oh, okay.
That she has one partner that she gets 1/4 of. And so they feel like, hey, if she's going to go find... I'm not going to say one way or the other.
Pretty sure she ain't getting a 4th.
No, she's not. And somebody had pointed out last video that Mary was the one who told Cody not to come around. True. But they decided they were going to work on things and they still have a platonic relationship. So now she is shackled to this man that her religion and her family says she has to stay with, but she has no marital relationship. He doesn't, as far as I know, he doesn't go stay the night with her. Occasionally, it sounds like occasionally he asks her to go out to dinner, and she is like, absolutely anytime, which would be, I think, appropriate if it was just the 2 of them, but he can get his needs met by 3 other women. So so there you go. But Robin wants to lecture us on how any problems they have nothing to do with polygamy, but see, I think Christine's problem is Mary was in first, and just like they said in Seeking Sister Wives, Mary was the first wife, second wife, third wife come into it knowing the dynamic. What I think upset Christine was Robin came in, knocked Mary off, and took her spot. And I think Christine's a little bit like, she can tell that dynamic. They don't want to say anything because their whole identity is wrapped up in being the perfect polygamous family on TV and all that. I'm looking at my notes, not just randomly like tweeting. Oh, Robin went on about how she's seen a lot of bad sister-wife relationships, and it's like, in your own house.
Because of you.
Right. Then Janelle says the first 5, 10, 20 years of marriage are bad. And I was like,
if that doesn't speak the truth in volumes,
if that wasn't,
I don't know what would.
That is what they should put in their new, like, if they get another season, like, when instead of saying,
first
like,
20 years are kind of rough.
where they say, you know, I just feel like we should always be together. They should just take stuff from this, and it should be like, Janelle going, the first 5, 10, 20 years of marriage are pretty bad. I know, I was like, I don't think universally people, I mean, we've had some...
How was your first 10 years of marriage?
Where it's coming up. There's been some rough spots, but I would say that overall, it's been 999 days out of 1,000 pretty dang good.
Well, she did marry the perfect mate, so there
A lot of them were mediocre, but I'm just kidding. I love you too. No, but I mean, who says the first 20 years of marriage are bad?
Oh my God. I would have stopped after the first
And
one.
she said it totally, like, no irony, no, oh man, some days are just awful. She's like, yeah, no, it's normal. The first, like, if she's in the first 5 years, I would be like, okay, yeah, she was second wife to Mary. I can see that being.
And I'm just
first
sitting,
20.
I'm just sitting here like, Mary, you have an easy out.
Like, this is ridiculous.
Take it.
So then, Aspirin's like, no, Aspirin. Aspen's like, no, I'm not interested. And Mitch is like, well, maybe. And I'm like, oh. And I can feel like the tension rising in my throat that she's gonna get snowplowed into having a second wife and repeating this terrible dynamic that she sees in her own family. I think they all see that their moms are not getting the attention they want, and
well, Robin probably is. I mean, she moved the whole family to Arizona, so
I know. And some people
she's getting at least some of what she wants.
Are getting on Dayton for this, and I think that it is absolutely
that is totally unfair.
Not fair to blame an 18-year-old kid.
That is ludicrous.
For the decisions that insane adults made.
Speaking of kids, how do the married ones look?
Oh, well, they're happy. It's not our business.
And fat. Fat
what?
And happy. Really,
well,
really fat.
Not all of them. I think
not all of them, just most of them.
Maddie's, I think, smaller than she was when she got married. But she's pregnant again. I think that has a lot to do with, he's really into outdoor stuff.
Well, she didn't marry a guy who wants multiple wives.
Hold on a second.
And she didn't marry a guy who...
I don't think we're
What didn't I like about the other guy?
Taco Tony?
Taco Tony.
We need 5 million tacos for my wedding. No, and I don't know that we should be discussing gaining weight after being married.
Hey, I'm not saying I'm perfect.
Yeah, you are.
Well, in that way.
Anyway, okay,
Just
so we come back
husband.
around the catfishing thing. This is it. I declare it over. I know I can. But the thing is that bringing it up
What's the thing?
Is not helping anyone, and I think it's hurting Mary most of all, because it's like another way for them to dig in.
But
like, it's 3-4 years.
So they don't bring it up. They say they trust Mary, and they're all lying through their damn teeth.
I know. Well, I think what frustrates me
Might
about
as well
the
bring it up
situation
until it dies.
Is
because it ain't dead yet.
If he's not going to at least attempt to have a marriage, even a polygamous marriage where he only spends 1 out of 4 days with her, then you just cut her loose. Now,
but they bought her a plot of land.
Well,
with money they didn't have.
$820,000.
So what do you think they put down? At least like $200,000?
I don't know that you can get a loan. But they had
no money to help Mary in her house.
And they should have just been honest. Well, the thing is someone
they should have been honest. Hey, we think you're going to leave. We're not going to help you with this.
Well, here's the thing is that financially withholding money is really controlling. Now, I'm not saying that...
Money, relationships...
Well...
Time with your husband. Yeah, it's all kind of controlling.
Well, and here's the thing is, I do not know the intricacies of fundamental Mormonism, But I know that they believe that this union they have within the church exists after death, their own planet to populate. So I think part of it is they feel like they are already stuck. Like, sure, Mary could go do her own thing, but she's already formed this union, and so in the afterlife they're all together. To which I say,
doesn't in the afterlife the husband have to whisper the secret name to the wife, otherwise she doesn't get it?
I don't know.
Pretty sure, Mary, you're not getting your secret name.
I don't know anything about that.
Now.
All I know is that I kind of feel like she could get a few years in.
I know, right?
like she could just go, and they're like, oh, anytime any of us do anything independent, people are like, yeah, you go, girl, but we're better together. And I thought, I don't know about it. So here's the thing.
What's the thing?
Here's the one and only thing. Do you think there will be a next season? We're hoping for one because it's literally the only recap show that anyone watches. Please go watch our double shot.
It's the only one that's not like... I don't honestly hope the worst for these people. If that says anything.
No, but
Bill and Ted's though.
Financially,
kind of do.
They have made a bed that I don't think they can lie in.
I sure wouldn't want to.
$820,000
for land.
For land, I can tell you right now that's overpriced. Well, they said the real estate agent said it was at least $100,000 overpriced.
Didn't they have the perfect plig compound in Las Vegas with gates to the street?
No, but John, remember, they had to sell right then because of the best financial decision.
All right.
They've sold 2 of the houses. One was under contract, but now is out. But based on how much they're selling these houses for, I don't know that even selling those houses will cover the construction cost on $1 million. I mean, that's got to be $1 million house.
What's to live in a plig compound in the first place?
Well, this is the other interesting thing. I think they're leveraging getting a new house because at this point the wives must have know about the single compound, but they did not mention it, and so I think they're using it as a bargaining chip. Like, please, we get another season. You can see how this all unfolds. Maybe they're already recording.
And I'm just going to say this. I think TLC is a cluster. It's just a mess. They're just
awesome reality shows?
Casting the worst people on the worst shows with nothing original and nothing really to offer. Except, hey, look at these people's mess.
Like you mean
they're really doubling down on the pligs.
My Big Fat Gypsy Wedding?
Or the crazy people.
Anyway, hit us up in the comments. Hopefully we'll see you guys next season.